Hello guys, welcome back to DemDogGaming. Today we found another deal for you guys. This is a 32-inch LG 4K monitor. Being the mainstream-ish 4K monitors, it still runs at 60 Hz. We don't have the 144 Hz monitors out yet, though they were supposed to be out like last spring, and we still don't have details for them coming out. I think the current news is like Q1, Q2 next year, maybe, but that could totally get pushed back further again. So we have 32-inch here, which is really supposed to be the golden kind of zone, kind of good size for 4K. For example, I have three 27-inch 4K monitors. They are LGs. They are the 27UD59-B, whereas this is the 32UD59-B. I would think that would be a generation older, but also a little bit better, being the 59 instead of 68. So, but with the B on the end, you do get the adjustable stand, which I have as well. And it's really nice. It's got quite a bit of height adjustment. You can check out the specs to see what the height adjustment levels actually are. On the back, we're seeing a display port, 2 HDMI. Apparently, they all support HDCP 2.2, and this also features Freesync. The on-screen control I have as well, and I don't have it installed currently, so I can't demo it. It's kind of interesting feature, and if you want, and the cool part is that you can split it like in half down the center, or you can split it 4 ways, so 4 different boxes, or you can do 3 ways, like 2 over here, up and down over here, and when you click and drag, like a window, it snaps to it just like Windows does, and it will just snap to that size, but you can also drag them around. So instead of being split down the center, you can scoot this over, so you have a big one over here, and then 2 smaller ones over here, and you can even make one taller than the other, and it's a kind of dynamic, but it's all still done in software, so it's not as fast and snappy as it could be, but it's still a cool idea, and it's something you want to experiment with, go for it. I have 3 panels, so I don't use that as much as I could if I had 1 or 2 panels and I need to see more data. So the nice part about this deal, and the part about our 27-inch monitors, is I run these at 150% scaling, which makes the UI the same size as if the monitor was a 1440p monitor, and that works really well for me. I have pretty fair eyesight, not perfect, but pretty close, and that just works really well. The icons are a good size. You can see these down here. On a 27-inch monitor, it just works, and it's just nice. Not everything reacts perfectly, but most of it gets really stinking close. And dropping into 100% scaling, it just makes things tiny, and you have to think for a little bit longer as you're looking at icons to discern how big they are. Could you leave it there and get used to it? Probably. It's just I didn't want to deal with that extra thinking, so that's why we pushed ours higher, and that's where this 32-inch comes in better, because that extra 5 inches of screen real estate has been touted as that good size for 4K, as 27 inches has been touted as a good size for 1440p. So when people say that 1440p is good for a 27-inch, then the 4K is good for 32-inch. That's what they're seeing. That's what they're saying, and why. We can see here we got an additional savings with the promo code here. This ends on Sunday, the 26th. And going back to Newegg's email, we can see that promo code will get us down to $349.99 for this monitor. $250 off from the original retail. I wasn't paying attention before this to see how this would normally go. For our monitors, our 27-inch monitors, I paid $480 for the first one, and the next week the other two, the same monitor went on sale for $380, and so I got 2 more. It's been a great setup for us so far. Do miss the 144 Hz, but that's not out yet. And the rumors on those are just huge for pricing. Supposedly Acer is going to put out one that is just a content creator setup. It's got a hood on it. It's got Tobii tracking on it. They just checked a ton of boxes for it, and it's reportedly going to charge like $2K for it, for one monitor. It's like, I mean, good for an enthusiast, like that really high grade of enthusiasts to have that. But if it's that much, a lot of us can't justify that. I hope they sell a toned down version. Apparently, I think Acer came back later and either said they were going to sell a toned down version, or that other version, they're looking more like the 12 to maybe 1500 range. And I don't remember if Asus commented on it, as Acer and Asus kind of both use the same panel and just kind of put their own stuff on it for a lot of gaming panels. So we'll see how those run out, and we'll see whenever they do come out, or if they're just Fusion. They're always 20 years away. All right, let's look at some of these GPU deals here. We have some EVGA deals. 1074 the Win 2 for $70 off, what they've been calling for it. These will all expire on Friday, apparently, at midnight Pacific time. Or midnight, almost midnight, transitioning to Saturday. So 11:59 p.m. on Friday, Pacific time. 1070 for the Win 2. EVGA has been known for making just awesome cards. I have a 1080 Ti for the Win 3 that I grabbed on sale recently. I think it was $30 off. Yeah, so I grabbed that. It's sitting on my desk. It looks gorgeous. I'm super excited to use it. It's very heavy. The backplate seems just awesome and modular, which I thought was just really cool. And the card is just, it's a beast. Again, we haven't used it yet. We're still waiting on a few of our components, but just holding it's like, this is, makes me feel glad I bought it. I haven't even used it yet. All right, so we also have a 1080 SC2 Supercharged 2 gaming ICX, so it has the extra sensors on it. So there's a 1070 and the 1080 Ti as well. So for $530, which is $40 off, or you can get it for $510 with an additional $20 mail-in rebate. All these have free shipping on them. If you have Premier, you enjoy free shipping anyway. And then a 1080 Ti SC2 down for $739 from $769. I believe these have been sitting at roughly $739, $749, something like that, for like the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if that's not really an additional deal, but still, it's $740 for an EVGA 1080 Ti with their ICX stuff on it. So you get the 9 thermal sensors and some RGB stuff. I don't see RGB in the rest of these. All super solid cards. We have other deals that popped up, some laptop deals, some hard drive deals, a few motherboards, a gift card, some thermometers. I mean, just scrolling through this is all just a bunch of stuff. Some of it's kind of just like stuff they had in the back they'd like to get rid of, so they put a extra sale on, put out the Black Friday stuff, and hope it disappears. Totally makes sense. You want to clean out the back of your warehouse. And some people have use for this stuff while yours is collecting dust. I did grab these. This is a 16 gigabyte kit from G-Skill, Trident Z, a 3200 speed cast latency 14 kit, 2x8 for 16. This was on sale at the same price. I believe the same price, $169.99, $179.99 is what I grabbed it for a little over a week and a half ago. I have them sitting over here on my file cabinet, and they're waiting to go into the build we'll be doing next week. So these aren't on most of the QVL lists for the Ryzen or Threadripper boards, but I did find, I didn't check before that, so do your research before you buy your RAM. I did find later an Amazon comment from someone who had this exact serial code for the RAM they were using on their Gigabyte X399 board, which is what we'll be using in our build, that it was working at its reported speeds and was just fine. I went and checked against the Gigabyte website. It wasn't on there as far as the QVL list. It wasn't on the ASUS site. It was on the MSI site, but after hearing some of the MSI's issues with Team Red this time round, I opted for the Gigabyte board, which all the third boards are having their issues currently, and they're all getting a little bit better, but a lot of the issues on the Gigabyte board seem to be out-of-date drivers causing blue screens, and similar things like that. And so it's just knowing how to tweak this setting or fix this, like 2 or 3 little problems, and for the most part it seems to be a rather solid and just works well board with pretty good RAM compatibility. Puzzle looks super sharp. Where is that at? I have that open somewhere. Rather sharp looking board, so all these are RGB. This has not been going on sale. I think actually, no, maybe it was $389 when I grabbed it. They're doing a combo deal with the 1900 and 1920X. We grabbed the 1920X as $929, which is also a great deal. It's $110 off the combo, and this 1920X is already at the $649 price tag. So it did drop this low about 2 weeks ago as well, which is the first time I did that. And I originally bought one off Amazon, but I got charged tax on Amazon, and after all that, it ended up being about $100 more, which was really a downer. And we're from the upper Midwest for anyone curious about taxes and such. The Gigabyte, not Gigabyte, Newegg really hasn't ever charged me taxes on most of this stuff, so I came back and I refunded the Amazon one. I had to pay return shipping on it. I was kind of sad about that, because Amazon's normally super awesome about everything. I really appreciate them. But Newegg is been taking great care of me too. So the 1900X, you can get a combo with 729, the 8-core 16-thread, or the 1920X, 12-core 24-thread for 930. So, and that's what we have today. They did make a mention in their email, which you can dive back here, scroll down to the bottom. There are some other monitors up for sale. There's a 32-inch 1080p monitor. Unless you're sitting pretty stinking far back from that, like standard monitor distance for the most part is just a little bit over your arm length from your monitor. If I sit where I normally sit at my desk, I can reach out to the center of my side monitors and just barely touch, or kind of casually touch the center of the screen, but I can't reach, even extending my arms just a little bit, the front screen in front of me just barely. That's supposed to be right about where normal monitors really are supposed to hang out. And unless you're going to push yours further back by like a foot plus, and that's a total estimate. I've not actually tried this, but unless you're going to be sitting with that monitor further back than a standard desk monitor by probably a fair margin, that the 1080p you're going to start seeing all the pixels. I had a 24-inch 1080p where I kept about standard distance away. That if I was paying attention, I could see some pixels, but if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't see them. So that goes to help uphold the idea that 24 inches is good for 1080p, 27 inches is good for 1440, and 32 is good for 4K. There's also a 27-inch 4K, 2K, 1440p, 144 VA panel from Samsung over here. I've not checked the reviews, but it is 150 off. So if you're looking at something like that, go check that. Check through the reviews. If you're not getting enough information from the reviews, look on other websites. Go check Amazon and their reviews. Sometimes some of these products, they sell 4 times as much on Newegg, and there's more reviews there, and you can see more, and you just learn more about it from other people's experiences. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes they sell more of them on Amazon, and there's more reviews over there, and you can learn more over there. And if it's at all possible, go find a tech tuber that has actually reviewed the product and see what they have to say. But don't ever just use one of these. Use as many of them as you reasonably can. If you have to make a quick purchase, run through a quick bit of the reviews, skim them if you have to. If you can find someone else who did an article on it, like a tech tuber who did an article or even a shorter video, and just skim through it real quick. Make sure you're not going to get something that has historically always been a dud and something that people are generally happy with. Grab it, move on. So if you're a person who likes to do a ton of research, you know how to do your research. Go figure out what exactly you need and make sure it's going to be good for you. All right, so thanks you guys for stopping in today. What I wanted to say about this email, I got a little sidetracked before, and there's other deals in here, including a number of software deals. And some of it, again, is kind of just extra stuff they want to sell. Something I did see, I'm not a console gamer. I think the most recent thing I have is a PS3. The most thing I recently really played was a PS2 and a Nintendo 64. Since then, I've been on PC gaming. There is an Xbox One S 500 gig console for $190 with free shipping. So that seems like a pretty fair deal to me. I've not been following those really closely. Getting a good chunk off of an actual a Sony original DualShock 4 controller. I know Sony controllers generally go for a pretty steep price, $50-$60. In previous generations, seeing it down for $38 from $65. That's also looks to me like a pretty good deal. There are some games down here. They seem to tease. Where is it? Right. No, it's not right there. It's right here. Oh, $29.99. It seemed like I scrolled down further or something like that. They teased that Destiny might be $19.99. But no, it must have been somewhere else. And it's actually $29.99 for Destiny 2 for PS4 and possibly others. So go check those out on Newegg. And if you also have a MasterPass card, you can get $25 off $200 or more. If you have a MasterPass card. I don't. It's all good. But you scroll down here to see more deals. Insider tip, that we'll be doing more on Thursday and on Friday. That is tomorrow and the day after. We will keep an eye out for those. I'm going to go sift through those and let you guys know any good deals that I find. I could always miss some, so do your otherwise due diligence. Otherwise, we'll be covering what we can. Thank you guys for stopping in and have a great rest of your day.